You're watching the NYY post-game show with host Derek Lewandowski. Before we get started, here are some highlights from today's game.
But the Blue Jays went to 4, and that one's deep to left field. Going back, Gurriel looking up, see ya. A home run for Voit.
Again, you see the replay there. You're going to spot a guy a fastball now.
That one's drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. Into the screen. Back-to-back home run for the Yankees. They lead 2-0.
Jordan didn't really pay attention.
Lined and past a diving Voit. That goes down the right field line.
The hot hitters, this is not the place you want to pitch to them.
Line drive left field right to Gardner. So he hit it on the screws, but right at the Yankee left fielder for line drive and a base hit up the middle. Shaw rounds third. He's coming home. The throw is
change up, which is one of his better pitches.
Grounded. Oh, what a play by Voit. Strike 3. Line drive and right to Estrada, playing on the outfield grass. And fly ball deep left center field. There it goes. See ya. A long home run.
I didn't always believe it. If you watch this in Yes Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer, look how level.
Line drive, base hit over the leaping try. Line drive, that's a base hit down the left field line. That's going to go into the corner. LeMahieu will score easily. Here's the throw. Here's the play. He's safe at the plate. And that one is grounded past Luke Voit and down the right field line. 1 run scores. Grichuk scores. 1-1. Line drive. That is a base hit in front of Gardner. Tellez scores. Driven out to deep left center field. That ball is gone. A grand slam for Jansen. And it is 12-6 Toronto.
And now, for a reaction to today's game, here's Derek.
This bullpen is just horrendous. Horrendous. A long time ago, there was a football coach. I don't remember who it was. It might have been John Madden. But his team got just blown out. And they asked him, what did you think of your defense's execution? And he said, I'm in favor of it. That's how I feel about the Yankees bullpen right now. I'm not even going to get into it. Yeah, just horrible job. Chad Green came in and couldn't find the strike zone. And then Adam Ottavino. This bullpen just chokes every night, and there's nothing else to say about it. Big game tonight between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. The third-place Yankees versus the Blue Jays. Who thought that this would be as huge a game as it would be? With 20 games left in the season, beginning our 10 games against the Blue Jays. And we need to win as many of these games as possible to make a run at the postseason. Right now, a postseason shot is in jeopardy. I mean, the Yankees would make it if the season ended today. But really, they have not had a good start. And we got to hope that once everybody comes back with the last, week or so of the season, we can get into a groove and go into the playoffs hot. Because once you get into the postseason, the hottest team wins, not necessarily the best. And the Yankees are due for a hot streak. So, Luke Voit swinging the bat better. He came into the game with an 0-for-11 streak. He now has 14 home runs. I think that's second in the league behind Mike Trout. Just a great job by Luke Voit. He just continues to pummel the baseball. He hits the ball so hard. Speaking of offense, guys who are starting to hit, looks like Miguel Andujar might be slowly coming out of it, and we'll see if he can shake off the rust from that surgery. Excuse me. I'm not something going around, I heard. I'm not 100% confident in Miguel Andujar ever coming back to the form he had in 2018. But I'm going to admit, the last couple days he's looked pretty good. 3 hits on Sunday. And then, of course, the long line drive home run, his first home run of the season tonight, a bullet into the Buffalo night. So nice job for those two guys coming around. Aaron Hicks also hit a big home run. The Yankees went back-to-back in the first inning. That's been a big thing for the Yankees. When they score first, like in the first inning, and they jump out to a nice lead, that kind of takes some pressure off the offense and they can have a decent night. But when it's, one run into the 6th or 7th inning, everybody just seems to be pressing and trying to hit the ball out of the park. But when you can jump on them early and get a couple of those home runs earlier in the game, it really seems to take pressure off of the rest of the lineup. So Montgomery tonight, he was not as strong as he's been in the past. This was his second straight game in which I would classify as kind of a clunker. He didn't get shelled. He only gave up 2 runs, but he was hitting a lot of bats. Guys were hitting the ball hard off of him, and he just wasn't he wasn't as sharp as he has been in the past. I still believe wholeheartedly in Jordan Montgomery because of, one, the style of pitcher he is, the 6'6" lefty with the big curveball who relies on location, and the stuff. It's been 93 to 95 this year with a great curveball. Problem the last couple times out is that he's missing his spots. He's getting a bit too much of the plate. Last time he was getting way too much of the plate. Tonight it was just like, every 3rd or 4th pitch was kind of a meatball. Still too much, but there's obviously some mechanical things that we probably can't notice as fans, but that the pitching coach and the coaches probably are working with him on. It might be something to do with, the way he holds his, his hands in his windup. Just slight changes like that can throw your whole rhythm out of whack and cause your arm to be dragging or slightly ahead, which can cause, balls to be over the heart of the plate. And every pitcher goes through it. That's why nobody goes 30-0 every season. You see a lot of guys that will have stretches throughout the year. Even Mariano Rivera used to have stretches for like a week at a time where he would just lose it and he would get hammered. And that shows you that it's all location. It's all location. You can have the best stuff in the world, but if you throw it down the middle, guys are going to hit it. And conversely, if you have, decent to moderate stuff, but you really hit your spots, you can be a really good pitcher. And Jordan Montgomery has good enough stuff and good enough command to be a great pitcher in this league. He's just got to control it a little better, a little more consistently, and I think he will as time goes on. I believe in Jordan Montgomery. Clint Frazier had another good night. He ripped the ball down the left field line. I really like the way he has improved as a hitter. I like that he goes line to line. You saw him hit the ball a little right side tonight, even though it was for an out. I think they might have even gotten a double play on it. But then he pulls the ball down the left field line. We all know he's got power to both fields. He's hit home runs to left and to right this year. I think he's got 5 home runs, and I think maybe even 3 or 4 of them are to right field. So he's definitely a guy who's not afraid to let the ball get deep in the zone and barrel it up. He's got fast enough hands that he can, wait and react a little bit longer. That means he does not have to cheat on a fastball, but he's got fast enough hands that if you try and come inside on him, he can still turn on it and rip it down the line. So I really think that Clint Frazier is going to be a big part of this team's future. The Yankees basically had a competition for the left field spot this year, and it was between Andujar, Tauchman, Gardner, Frazier. Ended up being mostly Gardner and Tauchman, but neither one of those guys has played very well. Gardner has been actually, kind of atrocious, and Mike Tauchman just seems to have regressed as a player, both offensively and defensively, if you believe the metrics. I still like Tauchman as a player. I just think he's got the right approach, but he does not seem to have the same kind of thump this year. No home runs. It could be anything. It could be just the stress of the situation. This has been a tough year for a lot of guys. You just never know. But Clint Frazier is going out there and getting it done when it matters. The Yankees really need offense right now, and he is supplying a lot of offense. So, in my opinion, and not to shortchange his defense, he's gotten a lot better on defense this year. We saw him run down a couple of balls tonight. So Clint Frazier is a guy that I'm keeping my eye on for next year as the starting left fielder. I really don't know what the situation is going to be with Aaron Judge. I really think that the Yankees need to find a way to keep him healthy. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think they're going to keep running him out there every year until, he shows that he really can't stay healthy. I think they're going to really invest a lot of resources in making sure he's healthy. If I were the Yankees, I would assign a personal nutritionist, a personal trainer to follow him and stand around all day and just make sure that they're constantly stretching that hammy, baby. Hey guys, help support the podcast by buying swag from my store. Link is in the description.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps YouTube suggest this channel to other Yankees fans.